My stepdad's affair was finally exposed and I'm being blamed. To explain, I'm 21 male and my stepdad has been with my mum since I was 10 years old. When I was 14 years old, I had a dental appointment during the school day, so my mum took me and we saw my stepdad in town helping a woman out of his car before he kissed her. I was floored. My mum came to me a few days later and told me that he came clean confessed, but they were going to stay together and keep it a secret. I obliged and kept it a secret from my two siblings and even my stepdad, who had no clue I was aware. Fast forward to now, my brother, 29 Mel, came home and told us his engagement was off as he found out his fiancée had cheated on him. We all consoled him. Later, at a community church event, my stepdad told him that if he really loved her, he would move past this and told him that he was being very immature about real adult relationships. My sister, who overheard this, got mad and told him of course he would defend something like this, being that he is a cheater.
Oh.
He was shocked, and unfortunately she mentioned it in front of one of the church aunties, and if you know how much they love gossip, you can see where this is going. My mum was mad at me thinking I told my sister and told me my stepdad's reputation is ruined. I got really angry and all the pent-up frustration from years of holding on to this came out. I told her that forcing me to keep a secret for years was really messed up and how can she even stay married to such a horrible man, that I would never condone a thing from a partner and more stuff I'd rather not repeat. By the way, I didn't tell my sister. Honestly, have no idea how she found out and how much she knows. But now my stepdad is telling me to apologize to my mum and that I was way out of line. And I'm just mentally done with all of this now. I know I shouldn't have been as harsh as I was, but they really don't understand how much of a burden it's been for me as well. I don't really think it's your job to keep this secret, if I'm being honest with you. But also, maybe your stepsister just found out herself.
I mean, if he was scatty enough to have his wife and his child find out ages ago, he probably was scatty enough.
Yeah, I feel like he's still doing it.
Yeah.
She probably found out about a completely separate affair. But also...
Or maybe they all know. It's just everybody...
Yeah, because you have like in families where everyone just knows.
But no one says anything.
But no one says anything. Like that dad has always lived in Nigeria all your life. Like no one asks questions, but secretly you know. There's no way he's staying there all year long. And then you're seeing you guys in Christmas. And something's not going down.
Did they always have a family?
Huh?
Did they always have a family?
Who?
The Nigerian dads that work abroad.
Quite a few of them. Quite a few of them. I wouldn't say a family, but like deep down, you know your dad's up to something. You only seen that man once a year and it's like it's a big annual thing.
My mum had a story about a friend whose husband just worked abroad and then made bare bread. And she was like, yeah, it's fine because, you know, when he comes back, he sustains me. I just have to do a something.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Finance is a lifestyle.
Fair enough. Like, you'd be surprised, man. A lot of families. Because also the man to just go up and say, yeah, I'm moving to another country, but you might not come in.
Yeah, that's because, like, see, us in relationships, that's a discussion.
That's a discussion.
I can't just go say, hey, I'm bouncing to Zanzibar, like.
That's a breakup.
For work.
And you say, I'm going, not you.
Yeah. Would I be someone to say I? I would say I.
No, you gotta just say, hi, I'm moving to Zanzibar, but I'll be back once a year. No, you won't.
No, it's true because like once a year enough to sustain a relationship.
It's not.
Exactly.
And you know them like old school Nigerian couples, they ain't FaceTiming. It's like that. It's like a dodgy WhatsApp call that breaks up. And then he promises to call back.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm sure they would call each other quite a lot. When they're first fresh.
Yeah, when they call, but it's not as, how would I say, intimate as it would be for like our generation where we would like FaceTime and do FaceTime dates, etc.
Do you know what? On that note, I saw somebody talk about, she's American and she's dating someone from the UK. And he sent her on a virtual date.
Did you see that as well? Because I was like, in this same UK that we're sitting in.
Like, they don't have time for us. But they're finding girls in New York.
But virtually, when you're doing the romance. When it's time to perform the romance in person, we're fighting for our lives.
Girl.
I said, when she said UK, I said, excuse me?
I said, who?
I said, in this same UK.
Which one of you? Who?
Or is there a United Kingdom of Kansas somewhere? It
Who?
can't be in this United Kingdom, Britain.
He says he's from the UK. He sent he sent her
Car.
sent her flowers to
Didn't tell her
home.
what restaurant it was, so it would be a surprise. So she didn't know until she
Yeah.
pulled up. Stayed on FaceTime with her throughout the whole dinner. I think, did he get her flowers? Did I make that up?
No, he got her flowers. And then he came with questions prepared.
Yeah.
So they get to know each other. He knows how she thinks, how she reasons.
I said in this UK. So you
Which
know how
one
to
of
do
you?
this.
Which one of you is it? Because really,
Which one?
which one?
There's no way.
UK's too small.
Maybe it's
Who?
United Kingdom of Kansas. It can't be the UK.
I
in
said,
this.
So we're over here fighting for our lives, and yet they're finding girls elsewhere. They said we'll do long
And
distance.
do rendezvous. And the worst thing is that you probably ask all his exes, sorry, my retainers are back in, guys. All his exes in this country, and they'll tell him that he's never done something for them like
100%.
that, ever.
100%. In reality,
You see me in this same country, you have not ever bought me one flower, not even a leaf. Not even a leaf. But it's to this babe in the US.
sent dates, taking a car to the date in a restaurant she doesn't know. Surprise. She wasn't allowed to look it up. Crazy.
I didn't even know they had that kind of initiative.
Girl!
This is shocking.
I said the men. They can't, so they can.
They can. They just don't. To us.
To us.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the show. Are you into pure chaos, banter, and just pure vibes? Well, you must be since you're here already. Anyway, if you are enjoying this content, make sure you do subscribe. Click that subscribe button. Help us grow our subscribers so that we can make the coin to give you more great content. Also, if you are currently watching Reddit Realness, make sure you tune into our weekly podcast. We just got here dropping every Thursday at midday on YouTube and available across all other platforms from 1 a.m. So you can see me and Big T on your screens, giving you more banter, more vibes, and more Reddit realness to fuel your week. Bye, guys. What, because we eat beans on toast? Maybe they've seen us finish.
It's just like, these UK
Just-
girls. See, they be saying it in the comments. These UK
Okay,
girls. So,
We're bad vibes.
we're bad vibes. Sometimes we need to follow the Americans. Maybe that's when we'll get romance. Maybe if I pretend to be American babe, hey,
Yeah,
daddy.
actually, I feel like there's something about like abroad.
What, exotic?
Yeah, they see them as like more exotic, so they have to treat them nicer to like keep a hold on them.
So should I put on an
'Cause you know the
international
US
accent?
is full of like men.
Wait, do you say the US is full of men?
Yeah.
What do you have?
So it's like you have to make that extra effort to like keep the girl interested because it's already long distance.
Yeah.
So like you really have to work hard to keep their interest.
So also I was doing another thing yesterday about avoidant men or avoidant people as a whole. And avoidant men, in the time that they're not with you, they grow to love you. And it makes me think that most of our UK people are probably avoidant.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole thing about like avoidant men need space. So, and that's where they feel safe with space.
And you will get your space. The only problem is
I'm not here.
that space is permanent.
So then when we leave now, that's when all the lovey-dovey feelings come because now they feel safe and they're like, oh, this person made me feel great in the time. And then you're going to be looked at as the one that got away, da 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 da. So it makes me think maybe.
But you just need to stay away. That's the thing. Because once they spin the block and you actually take them back, they'll treat you like you're the one that was chasing them.
100%.
So you actually have to be comfortable with being the one that got away.
There's a whole thing about, you see men that are chasing you down, chasing you down, chasing you down, chasing you down, yeah? The worst ones.
The worst.
If you give them a chance.
Don't you dare buckle, stumble, or stop. Don't do it. Keep running.
If that man has been chasing you for years,
leave
don't
it. Leave it. Because he's already built up a fantasy in his head.
That's the thing.
And you will never live up to it.
You actually can't.
You'll burp one time and that's it. Done.
Ick.
Just
Ick.
wait. So you burp in reality?
What you
In my
fart?
fantasy, you
Your
don't
toilet?
even feel gas. You don't even shit.
You don't have holes.
You don't even have holes.
You just have nostril.
You're just there. What do you mean you breathe?
Looking like a Barbie doll in their head.
Looking like a Barbie doll. And when they find out they're actually human, like, oh no. I like the version in my head.
100%. But yeah.
But yeah, dilemmas. It's not your burden to keep the secret. I don't know why women like I get it. Like I get it. Some people's hill isn't like being cheated on or whatever. But I feel like once there's like the kids are involved, you shouldn't burden them with that secret.
I guess it's, and you know me, I'll call on trauma and insecurity all the time, but I think it's just for the women, they want to push it to the back of their mind. And so in order to that, they have to make sure their children are also willing to push it to the back of their mind. Because if their children remember, then they remember. And if they remember, then they have to do something about it. And sometimes comfort is easier than instability, even though that might be the thing that's better for them in the long run.
I just say that I think for me, my whole worry is that you don't want to make your children think that that's normal.
That is true.
Because see how he's trying to push his beliefs on the son, his son, and say, "Oh, I feel like you're overreacting or being immature, etc." You don't know one the extent of the situation, and even if you do, like, don't force someone to stay in a situation that compromises their personal morals
That's
or their
true.
personal beliefs. If he believes that cheating is a hill to die on, and he's like, that's a deal breaker for me, let that be, because at the end of the day, cheating it shouldn't be normalized in the first place. It is wrong.
It's true.
And it is a reasonable ground to end a relationship.
Yeah, it's true. And also, again, going back to that, you don't want these kids to grow up or even being in, and when I say grow up, not even just being in their teens, but being in their 20s thinking, well, that it's not that deep, so I can tolerate it. Do you get what I mean?
No.
Because then what type of relationships are you building them up for? And especially like in your 20s, because I feel your 20s, actually, no, I'm not going to say in your 20s. All through your life, you're building up what you really want. You're starting to understand more about yourself in that new, whichever decade you're in.
Mm.
So if at any point you start to tolerate things that you never used to, which can be detrimental to you, you don't completely morally agree with, it can really just rattle your spirit. You can just be uncomfortable in a relationship for time
Yeah.
for no reason, just because this was something that your parents kind of put on you is right. And you know, we fight against that all the time. Do you get what I mean? Where we fight against like things that we grew up with that our parents thought was normal, and we're like, actually, no, that's toxic as hell. So now you're building your children up for toxic relationships. Why do that?
That you know is deep down is wrong. And that's how you find, like, I think a lot of the aunties, I'll say, of our generation, they're starting to wake up. And we're seeing like aunties in their 50s, 60s get divorced and finally leave their husbands because they actually realize, actually, this isn't normal. This isn't life.
Also, they must be looking at us thinking, these young people are so free.
Yeah, they're so free. Like, we don't care about staying. If he does this and that, don't worry, he's still your husband. Like, you need to stay.
Like,
No. We don't do that here. I remember my auntie, when I was getting married, I think I said this before, she was like, oh, you know, like, men will be men, you know? Like, even if there's another woman and stuff, hold your husband tight. Fight for your husband, fight for your marriage. I was like, auntie, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not fighting. If I have to fight to keep it, it's not mine.
I saw a skit, yesterday, where there's two girls and they were like, there are no single men out there. Everyone is married. And then the man responded, said, you prayed for a husband. You didn't say you used
yours.
You didn't say
you didn't say yours.
You didn't say a new husband or used husband. You just said husband. She said God provided.
You want me to fight concubines? To say, sis, I don't even have the time for that. There is no space in my calendar for that. You want me to fight concubines?
He said,
why must marriage be a battle?
He said, my God is a specific God. You must ask specifically.
Say your in front of husband.
This is when you pray. When you have your prayer points, be specific about with the language you use.
Don't say husband in case he brings you somebody else's. Say your husband.
I want a fresh one out of the packet. One
that isn't anybody's husband, isn't about to be anybody's husband, and someone out there isn't assuming that that's their husband. Please.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, nah, sorry, this ain't on you. And the thing is, this guy, your stepdad is so scatty that your sister has clocked probably another affair that probably happened after the one that you caught him doing at 10 years old.
He's just messy. You don't care.
He's just messy. If your mom used to, instead of worrying about his reputation being rude, no, speak up the things. You're ashamed because now people know that your husband is cheating on you and you stayed like a mug.
Yeah.
That's the real shame. It's not your husband's reputation. It's your own shame. So now the church aunties know that he's playing about and you're a mug. And that's not your children's problem. Sorry. Face your
that must be
team.
hard though.
Face your demon, which is your husband.
That must be hard though, to love someone and take them back. And then everyone knows they cheated, and that's crazy. That in itself would make me leave. Away from the cheating. Cheating is one thing.
Yeah.
But the embarrassment of having to walk and everyone know that I stayed and he was continued cheating.
But yeah, I feel like if with that kind of thing, if you take them back, they need to know they can never do that again.
Yeah.
If they continue doing it, you have to go.
But also it's like, how do you ever know? I mean, also that's the point in marriage, innit? You grow through things and you trust one another. But it's just like, I don't know.
Sometimes some people, you know how they say like, don't go through the phone if you want a peaceful life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go through the phone if you want a peaceful life. I'm not saying don't go through the phone. If you want to go through the phone, go through the phone. But I know some people live by that. I'm not going through the phone because ignorance is bliss.
I hear that though, because sometimes, especially like you're just gonna see something that'll piss you off. It might not even be cheating, but it might be a girl messaging and him being like lol.
Or him just bitching about you to his friends.
Yeah, word.
Because we're all annoying at some point.
100%. So I get that. Someone said that to me. They'll never go through their partner's phone because they're gonna see something they don't like, and not necessarily cheating, but they were like, my girlfriend's a good-looking, attractive person. They were gonna be men thirsting in DMs. I don't have the time, and I said, fair
enough, man.
Choose
yeah,
peace.
But not when you're here helping women out of your car in town. That's just that's messy.
And I know they're from a small town. I know they're from a town. See that?
That church is probably the only church in that town.
They've been whispering for years.
And they probably even know. You think your
church
mum only probably assumes that they only just found out. They've been seeing him. Shit, they probably are seeing him.
One of the woman he's seeing is probably one of their granddaughters, to be fair.
Honestly.
So bet.
Oh my God. And plus, I don't know, you're feeling bad, man. Like, sometimes she needs this wake-up call to actually look at her life. I'm so used to having a conversation about people choosing stability over what's best for them. But yeah, I hear it. Life is hard. Life is hard. She's like, you know what? Sometimes you gotta sit in your corner, man. It's just you can't be arsed. This. You're in your marriage and you think about the dating. I'm just like, what battle do you want to fight?
She said,
because there's 60-year-olds here saying they looking for nothing serious.
Words.
So really and truly.
She said, the devil I know is better than the devil I don't.
I can't even write off and say it won't be me, boy. Because there's no way at 60, a man's looking at me in my face and telling me I'm just not looking for something serious. Bro, we are literally about to die.
Okay, you've got a while left. And also, by the time our generation's 60, again, we're still kids now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm scared of,
we're going
bro.
To be like
this. Don't look in my face and tell me you're not looking for something serious.
We're going to be big children.
You're actually
grandchildren.
A grandfather.
Yeah, 100%.
And you're telling me that you're not looking for something serious.
Bare situationships. I promise you.
At 60?
By the time we are 60.
70 talking about maybe we should. I feel like when he starts to dementia, that's when he'll be like, I feel like we should just take this seriously to another level. You want me to be your carer? Hey!
That's when no. His grandkids will be like, oh, that's just granddad's friend, Mrs. So-and-so.
Friend.
It's Mrs. So-and-so. Mrs. Robert.
It's giving Mr. Loverboy again. Lover Man. It's giving that show that I keep talking about. Bro.
I need to watch it.
Family Friend, old and grey. You think I won't start flipping tables? Making me your side thing at 60. I can barely bend over and collect. I'm just retired in the situationship. And then I'll have time to crash out because I'm retired. It's not like I have work to distract me.
No, yeah. No, but I think the women are going to be very ambitious. So we're going to be doing all the hobbies. We're going to be doing all the hobbies.
We won't retire at 60. Do you see where this government's going? We ain't retiring until we're 80. It's going to be hard to get a job at M&S. It's going to be hard.
Everyone stack up and then move to Bali, bro. Just move to Bali or Thailand. That's what them
that's going to be expensive by then.
You think?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, that's going to be expensive by then. We're actually fucked.
Joyous.
We can't retire at 60.
Well, yeah, we know that. Well, actually, some people might.
Yeah, we're not going to be retired at 60. And that's actually quite sad. We're just gonna be working for the rest of our lives until we die.
I mean, we're here for a good time, not a long time. Shit.
Yeah, but what if you are actually here for a long time?
That's bare sad, you know.
Just working. Doing Monday meetings at 61.
Everyone's younger than us. Oh my God.
Gen Alpha, or is it Beta? Trying to teach me how to use AI so that my hologram can show up on the Zoom meeting. Just miserable. I see why they're miserable now. I would spend most of my time trying to get people sacked. I see why people do it, the old people do it now. Just pick a victim. It's a game. I'm gonna die anyway.
We could be wholesome, like the aunties
I'm
of the
not
office.
working for 40 years straight and being wholesome.
Girl, you struggle to be wholesome now.
Exactly. By then, I'm bitter. I'm just in the desk in the
You
corner,
would be
bitter.
so bitter. You need to earn money to retire early
Because
you will be so...
No one wants me in the workplace at 60.
Nobody wants you.
Me at 60?
At that age?
My boss would be scared of me.
It's just like, Steph, she hasn't shown up today. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Should we call it? No, I know what she
I'd
is.
rather...
And I'll be playing bingo.
I'd rather her be at home.
I'll be posting on my Instagram stories and my boss will be watching it.
And the thing is, if they fire you, you would definitely say ageism.
Yeah, ageism. And I'm black. I'll pull out every card. They'll take back that letter and give me a pay rise. I won't be like, but that doesn't make sense. Shh.
Steph,
Let's just keep peace.
Let's
just keep peace.
She's got a great lawyer.
She's got a great lawyer. Yeah. You don't want me in the workplace at 60. Oh. But yeah, guy, this is not your problem. Let them fight it out. If she wants to shout there, shout. But at the end of the day, I feel like she's just acting out of shame.
Yeah.
She's in denial.
That's what it is.
She's definitely in denial. But the evidence is there, so...
Yeah, I can't do nothing about that. That's the thing. Some things, it's just like there's been relationships that have ended for me personally, and it's like, why do you have to do that? I don't even want to leave, but now I have to.
No.
What do you mean, no? You ain't never been through that. I couldn't imagine you would have.
No. It's a slight sense of relief. There's no one I've been like, oh, damn, I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, I've had that.
It's like...
Had a time. I've also had a few sense of relief. Oh my God, I've had some freeing times. But again, I am the avoidant babe I complain about. Them avoidant men.
No, that's me,
That's me.
I'm
Avoidant.
ridiculously avoidant.
Bro.
But my heart does not grow fond. It just moves on. Like, it's just like a delete memory kind of thing.
Yeah, actually, same.
Yeah, because I feel like, yeah, most people I've dated, I'm like, I don't really be remembering. Yeah.
Yeah. After the fact, it's like, well,
it's like, okay.
It was a ride.
Well, a slight sense of relief. I just don't like, I like having to think about other people or consider people. Which sounds really bad, but I really...
No, I agree.
Like, it
I mean, you are so similar.
I really had to adjust with marriage because it's like, even just being in a relationship, it's like, oh, I have to consider someone. But it's easy for me to consider my partner because it's just like, yeah, I actually want to consider you. Like, if I'm in the supermarket and I see something that I'm like, oh, I know he would like, I feel like he would like it, I'll get it for him. And like, oh, I wonder what he wants to do. Like, I'll consider it. But like, anyone outside of that, I'm just like, I don't really want to consider you.
Responsibility.
Like, you think for yourself and I think for me. Like, I don't
That is a great way to live, though.
I really don't want to.
I had my partner's away for work this week, and it meant every day I could be in the gym.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you have to worry about cooking.
Yeah.
Or what are they gonna have for dinner?
And generally, it's more like quality time. That's the thing, because obviously you like spending time with your partner, innit? So it's like, oh, there's a natural, and it's not even like I don't think it's a conscious thought process. More subconscious that I'll go home, I'll quickly go to the gym and then make sure that I have enough time to spend some quality time with him and eat or watch something before going to sleep. Whereas when he's not there, I'm like, well, I'm working late because I can finish stuff off. And then I go to the gym and I spend as long as I want in the gym. Like, I can do the whole workout and not feel rushed, and then come home, cook my meal plan that I get complaints about, and then go to bed. Free.
It's free. But Yeah. No marriage. Well, actually, I cut that bit out. But yeah, it's nice sometimes, like having that time to yourself. Although I was younger back then, so I don't even think it was like having time to myself. I just didn't want to have to think about anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that is, as I said, it's a responsibility.
I'm very much an individual. Like in every sense of the matter. Like I have siblings, but I very much act like the only child.
Even now, you still make a lot of decisions off the back of just because you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like having to consult someone. I had to really adjust. I just like being by
And that's
myself.
the thing. See, with you, because you're like me. It's more like I'll consult you on what I'm doing rather than a discussion about what I could be doing.
No, it's more about mentioning it in passing because I've probably already done it or I'm setting it up. So I've mentioned it in passing. By the way, I'm doing this. Bye.
What's that new thing you're doing? Oh, yeah, this.
Yeah.
See you later. See you after
Bye.
work.
But
Tomorrow
like,
we'll
I
go for dinner.
think my husband expects it now because I'm that type of person.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm doing this.
He's like, okay.
No, I didn't consider anyone. I just like to do, and also I like to do a lot of things by myself.
That is so key because, especially like me and you, because you grew up more or less like an only child for a lot of your childhood. And I am. No, I'm not an only child, but same. And I think you have to do a lot of things by yourself. You have to spend a lot of time by yourself. And so you get used to pushing yourself and propelling yourself forward by yourself. Do you get what I mean? There's no kind of people to bounce off, really. Once you get home, it's just you and you alone. So you decide what you want to do. You decide what you are passionate about. You decide what you want to study. You decide what you think you want to take in college. It's not really a huge deliberation for all of it. And so that is what makes you. And then when you're exploring, and I've mentioned this before, when you're the type of person that's been the only person that's into what you're into, you have to do everything by yourself. So we end up these adults that are like, I'm good doing stuff by myself, you know? I like it.
I don't even like working out with people. I hate it when people come, like, I hate working out with people. I hate when people want to come to the gym with me. Even my husband, I hate it.
I remember you saying.
Like, even when we go to the gym, like, separate ways. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. I don't like working out with people.
Do you like PTs?
Nah.
Because they're there.
Yeah.
Talking to you.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. I know what I need to do. But I can't stand it. But it's also like I like when I'm exercising, it's like I'm in my zone. You speaking to me can distract me to the point where I can't do my last rep. And I hate that. So I just rather be by myself.
I get it.
But yeah, that's enough about me and my individualism. Sir, this is not your problem. Your mum needs to face her problems. You didn't tell your sister. You're not going to apologize. You didn't do anything wrong. Tell your stepdad to go and apologize for disgracing the family.
Yeah. That he needs to be held accountable, to be fair.
Yeah,
that's not fair for the rest of the kids. Y'all need to be like her, sir, deal with your shit.
Deal with your shit before you start talking, because I don't understand why your mum is, the energy that she should be using for your stepdad, she's using for you. Where was all this vim when we were catching him in town, opening doors for
She's trying to keep her husband, boy.
It's not by force, man. You're not going to die for single. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this week's Reddit Realness, which means I'm about to what?
Beg.
If you
Why did I do that?
Yeah, beg. Instead of you to bring out the hat so we can collect donations. Guys, if you are watching this on YouTube and you enjoyed this episode, our minisode, which comes out every Monday, please like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you tune into the full podcast. We Just Got Here podcast that drops every Thursday midday on YouTube and at 1 a.m. across all other platforms. You can, if you're watching this on Spotify and you enjoyed this, give us a 5-star rating. It helps us get discovered on the platform. Also, make sure you tune into our podcast as well. We Just Got Here podcast, which drops every Thursday. You can find us on We Just Got Here pod on Instagram, We Just Got Here podcast on TikTok, and WJGH podcast on Twitter. You can find me, Steph Chigbu, across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Tia, where can they find you?
You can find me at Tia Honey Roberts across Instagram and Miss MSTIA Roberts on all other socials.
And it's a wrap, guys.
See you next week.
Monday. Bye.
Bye.